What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here to bring you guys another video today. So of course I'm recording this just after market close, and it is another week of trading which has gone by. Once again, it was a hectic week, but a week where we made money, a week where we saw some home runs, a week where we took a couple losses, a week where there was an FOMC meeting, and SPY did these usual stuff. So as you can see, market summary for today: S&P 500 finished down, Nasdaq finished down, Bitcoin itself finished down, and so did the US dollar. Now, Dow 30 was the only one that finished up, but that's kind of irrelevant to anything that we trade. But either way, in this video, let's recap a few trades we took this week, also discuss a couple trades for next week, and of course, we're going to discuss how to best approach this market. Now, before we do that, as always, guys, these videos take a lot of time, and of course, after I've finished trading in a week, the last thing I really want to do is be making videos, but here I am making some videos for you guys. So please do drop a thumbs up, hit that like button, comment on the video, share with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. As always, I do appreciate your support, and it does not go unnoticed. But anyway, let's hop right into it. So this week, the first thing that we traded was Walmart calls. And let's have a look at Walmart, because I had mentioned this in my video about stocks to watch for this week, and Walmart was one of them which I thought could run, and run is exactly what it did. So as you can see right now, it's $157.42. Well, that's not how it started off the week. So April 4th, this is here. So it started off the week around $151, and somewhere around here after it hit the moving average, we got into calls. Now, of course, it ran up to highs of 153 Tuesday, 154 Wednesday, 155, 156 Thursday, and today it hit highs of $158. Now that was an outrageous trade. I know a lot of people swung those Walmart calls. They were $155 calls for April 22nd. Walmart ran $7 this week, and the $155 calls for April 22nd are already in the money. So this is a great trade, and if you just look at the chart, you can see that it has hit all-time highs. Let me zoom out for you guys. Look at that, it's hit all-time highs. I mean, just so you guys can get a clear overview, I'll look at the monthly chart over the past few years. Just look at it. Walmart has been nicely climbing. So also if you bought shares in this, you are very happy right now. But of course, like I said, over the past few years, it's just been steadily climbing and now it's sitting at all-time highs. I would definitely keep an eye on this because it will be interesting to see if it hits 160 next week. But for now, we've made our money with Walmart. Next up, SQ, Square or Block, as it's now known. We traded puts on this, and no surprise there, but look how the stock performed. So this is the hourly chart, and I have a blue arrow there which is telling you where we got in on our puts. It was a great entry because since then, Square proceeded to sell off around $23. It dropped all the way down to $120 at one point yesterday. Now it's still down, and our contracts expired today. So I know people that did take this for a swing. They also made some great money. As you can see, we got in right before close, then it dropped below the moving averages. And that's kind of how the money was made with this one. Nothing crazy. I had a $137 price target, which was around here. And Square just smashed that to the downside. So that was another great trade. Next up, I want to look at Tesla. We did not play Tesla, but it was mentioned multiple times in the Discord this week. This is one of those stocks which I prefer to day trade instead of swing trading it. As you can see, look, the orange bars are a new day. Here it was down, next day was up, next day was down. It's difficult to swing trade, but as you can see from the pattern, it's not exactly one of those stocks that looks very clear, when it comes to directional movement. But hey, on the put side, here it dropped 3% today. Did something similar yesterday and then ran up. A couple days this week it dropped heavy. But Monday was the day that it actually ran up to highs of 1148, and I thought it was going to continue to my price target of 1166, but it did not. But this is one to watch for next week. We'll discuss that in a different video, but it is one that I'm going to have on my radar in that video for stocks to watch in the upcoming week. I believe we will see 1200 in this month of April. I just don't know when. This was the first full trading week of April, so if you're wondering where Tesla's going to do something, don't worry, still got time. And there's also no guarantee it does happen in April, by the way. But Tesla has been doing its thing on and off as it always does. it is one of those where you really have to be extremely accurate with it. It's not like Square or Walmart, which I showed you, which show a continuous clear pattern. This is one of those where it can be up and then down the next minute, and if you get shaken out of your trade, you're going to be extremely angry when it reverses later on. But I see Tesla going down to the $1,000 mark here. That's where my support is before we get in a bounce and start uptrending again. Who knows, if we break below that, you could see a lot of red down to maybe the 800s again. That would definitely be interesting and also a nice price point to buy some shares. All right, now I'm going to look at Tilray because we traded Tilray. This is one of the call outs in the group, and this hasn't gone so well. This didn't go so well. So this is a very volatile stock, and it's one of the marijuana stocks. So if you remember last year, if we look at the daily chart, Tilray ran up to around $70, I believe, at one point. Let's zoom out. Yeah, here's the squeeze up there, somewhere almost $70 in February last year. And that was in regards to marijuana legislation across the country. Now, this year, there's been some rumors about marijuana legislation, but Tilray hasn't quite made that extreme of movements. It has made some crazy gains, crazy movements in a few short periods of time, as you see here, from $5.79 up to almost $9. But it's just been selling off, and I thought if we could catch a nice break here above the moving average, then it would have been great, but it wasn't quite to be. So those Tilray calls expire next week, April 14th. I believe there's still some potential here, but hey, it might just be one of those that you roll out for a later expiration date. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, we're not going to win on every single trade. So just wanted to point out Tilray as well, just to show that we do take L's as well. Now I'm going to look at two more stocks, one in the tech sector and one which is one of those stocks which gets traded a lot and makes a lot of noise for people. So we traded SPY calls today, SPY, S&P 500 ETF index. How do we do this? What did we do? Well, in the group chat, in the Discord, I posted a couple different charts, and as you can see from the blue arrow, this is where we got in on calls. Break above the moving average, followed very quickly, as you can see, and even had some people joking in the Discord that I was maybe pumping the stock, which obviously I was not. But it was great timing for our calls, which eventually did a home run. Now I have my level here, the green line. I want you to look at that very closely. Just under $450. That is a very interesting level for SPY. SPY usually gets weird around that level, as you can see here. It seems to struggle to break above. Then, sometimes it looks like it's going to break above, then sells off heavily. It does get very weird at 450, and once again, it did the same thing today. Patterns repeat themselves, and like I said, patterns repeated themselves again today. So once it hit 450, it broke above very briefly, 450.55, that was the highs, then it sold off. And guess what, guys? We made money on the downside as well. So it was a home run to the upside, and then I think about 60 to 70% gains on the downside with puts. And that is how you can trade this market. I mean, shout out to J Money in the Discord for calling that out with the puts. I have myself also got into puts, but a little bit earlier. It was pretty simple, just a level that SPY seems to break or struggle to break above, and then usually downtrends. That was all I did. And I mean, the group took full advantage of that and made money on the puts as well. So remember, you can make money both ways, both sides. Sometimes if you're trading 0 day to expiration, it is extremely risky. So please do watch out with that. But in this case, today, it took 30 minutes and we had 180% returns. So it was a great day and we finished the week on a good note. Now, speaking of finishing the week, I'm going to look at AMD because this is another one of my stocks to watch for this week. And the levels were very clear for me from the start. I mentioned this in my weekly watch list if you read that. AMD, all I was looking at was a run up to $110, $111. It did that. Here's Monday, get rid of that. Here's Monday, April 4th, open, hit 110.70 around there. And what did it proceed to do? Break below the moving averages and sell off. And sell off as it did all the way down to $100. I'll pull up my weekly watches on the screen, or at least the AMD breakdown, and you guys can see it for yourself. It did exactly what I expected it to do, and hopefully people were able to eat off this. We did trade puts to the downside, but because of the uncertain price action and the stock kind of downtrending, then sharply uptrending before downtrending, and the theta decay from day to day, these didn't really go how I would like them to go. but still, hey, we made money on them, and I believe we should be at a good time to get calls. Now, it may dip down to $99, right? But I'm looking at the upside to around $110. Of course, it can break below $99, in which case we should get out of our calls. But like I said, I'll be looking for it to consolidate around here. Obviously, my level of support is here, but hey, looks like there's a point here where it's struggling to break below, where it seems to hold nicely. Once it starts uptrending and breaks above those moving averages, just like you saw with the SPY day trade from earlier, we could be on our way upwards very quickly. Also, I just remembered there's two stocks which sold off like crazy this week, and I just thought I'd throw them in here quickly, just at the end of the video, because they tanked. UPST went crazy to the downside. So April 4th here, around $116. By the end of the week, look where we're at now. We broke below both of my levels. We're at $91. UPST sold off like nuts. So you might want to keep this on your radar for next week. Check it out. See the lows it hit last time, $86, $87. So that's probably your levels to watch. Also, SoFi sold off ridiculously. We were just here earlier this week, $10. Sold off 30% in a few days. Just zoom in so you guys can see it even clearer. We just sold off like crazy. This is Monday. Wait, this is Monday. Monday ran up $10 and then just tanked. So another one you might want to look at next week. But like I said, I'll upload a new video, I guess Sunday, maybe even Monday, about stocks to watch this upcoming week. And then you can kind of dive into that and pick some stocks from there. But overall, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. As always, come and check out the Discord if you'd like to be involved in those plays and see those banger trades. Come check out the Discord. We also live trading there every single day, and that is completely free. So please do click the link in the description below. In addition to that, make sure you guys check out the Stock Option Starter Pack. There you'll have 10 videos which you have access to for life, and you can learn about my trading strategies, common trading strategies, the options Greeks, calls, puts, covered calls, all that kind of stuff. Just go check out the options pack. And overall, hope you guys had a great week. I definitely had a great week, but it's time now to kick back and relax. But like I said, once again, please do show some support. It's always nice to have some support at the end of the week after making these kind of videos. But that's it from me today. I've got money to making, you got money to making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.